in the tourism sector were able to transport, to do other activities during the non-tourist season. But that situation is clogged up at this particular time. So we have to help them.
One batch of workers that are not being considered at this time for government's assistance is media workers, despite many having lost their jobs and in some cases working with a reduced salary due to the financial impact of the pandemic. The Prime Minister said he was not notified that media workers are struggling. Government's income and payroll support in 2020 amounted to $22.7 million. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Now, there's no argument here about the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and the people amongst us who are in dire need of assistance. Our analyst tonight is regional economist Dr. Patrick Antoine. Welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me, and good night to your viewers wherever they are.
Now, if this financing materializes, how and for whom should it be used?
That's a very difficult question. I think that the government of Grenada, having recognized the needs, must look at a number of considerations in determining how it deploys those resources. And our view has been that the government should, in fact, have moved in this direction much earlier. Who? The question. There are a number of sectors that have been impacted, and the Prime Minister has correctly identified a number of those connected to the services sector, which needed to be given attention to, including the taxi drivers and those who operate industries that benefit and give supplies, service supplies to the tourism sector and the travel sector as a particular subcomponent of that. But there's also the farming community. When I visited on the ground in the rural areas, there were a number of farmers who indicated that the challenge now is that everybody's growing and they're finding little markets. We have to find a way to give those farmers some support. The way that we do that is going to be interesting. No naivety at all. We think that one of the obligations the government has is to finance the obligations that they do have, in addition to what they intend to do. So we're not putting one group against the other. The 4% is going to be important. That 4% of public workers that live in the rural communities through the length and breadth of Grenada can do a lot to dynamize the economy. Wherever the support is given, though, I must admit that there is going to be a positive impact on GDP, given what we have recognized is the very strong national income multiplier from expenditures to people who fall within those income brackets at this time. What we're seeing is that at low levels of income, our estimates recently have shown that the impact on the output, GDP, is 2.75 times. So if you give $1 in support or $100 in support, what happens with the economy is that it becomes $2.75. Or if you wish, $275 is the impact on the economy, which is going to, of course, drive demand in the rural communities for farmers. And of course, the government, when it does this, must understand too that it stands to benefit. Because what our research has shown is that when the government gives this support, 31 cents comes back to the government by way of the value-added tax and other forms of taxes that the government has. So what we want to do is to implore the government to look for a greater tranche of financing that they now are, because the needs are great. But the impact on the economy is now particularly strong. Given where we find ourselves in the business cycle, and also where we find ourselves with the economy having to meet some target set by the government in the budget, which it's looking like, well, we're not sure where that is going to land. Let's see what the first quarter number says. But we think it needs to be given a shot in the arm, if you wish, to get to the targets that they would have indicated to us. So look for more money, deploy it more widely, but bear the obligations to the public workers, because that too is one of the strong stimulus that we can give to our economy.
Tonight's analyst, economist Dr. Patrick Antoine, thank you once again for joining us. Now, the Ministry of Health is soliciting the help of leaders throughout the country in the drive to get Grenadians vaccinated. This is in response to the level of mistrust and hesitancy surrounding COVID-19 vaccines, which are being advocated for by the government. Let's get the details.
The expiry date for the first batch of AstraZeneca vaccines received by Grenada is fast approaching, forcing health officials to increase their appeal for Grenadians to make use of the only defense against COVID-19.
I've received in total approximately 52,000 doses of AstraZeneca. Those are that we have received since February, and another shipment in late March, I believe. We have only administered, as I said, less than 15,000. The issue that we are going to have is that we need to have another shipment coming in the next month or two, because the current stock expires at different dates. So far, we've been able to use all of our stock before expiration. But if individuals wait too long, there is the possibility that we will not be able to use the stocks that we have, because they will be approaching or would have passed the expiration date. And therefore, that deadline, I would say, for individuals to get their first and the second dose, they should look at accomplishing that by the middle of July.
Health Minister Nicholas Steele is appealing to leaders in different facets of society to become the COVID-19 vaccination messengers. This after several comments were made that there is hesitancy to take the COVID-19 vaccine, admitting publicly that the government being the messenger is a significant factor deterring people from taking the vaccine. The health minister says that due to this, the message is not being received as it should be.
Yeah, I think that is a significant factor. That the government saying, or the leadership in the government, the politicians, as you say, saying, begging, pleading, advising, suggesting that individuals take the vaccine as quickly as possible, is not being received as it should be. And that is why I have in the past, and I will make the call again this morning, that our other leaders in society, our religious leaders, our trade unionists, need to step up and speak out. Many of them at the highest levels of those organizations have themselves taken the vaccine. And it is just simply for them to explain to all of their followers or members why they have taken the vaccine.
He said a new batch of vaccines is expected soon. Vaccines are currently being administered at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium as well as several other locations across the island. So far, over 12,000 persons have received their first dose of the vaccine and over 3,000 have received their second. Minister Steele's appeal was made during this morning's GBN To The Point program. For GBN News, Beverly Tellisford.
Meanwhile, one of the previously unanswered questions was why only the AstraZeneca vaccine available to Grenadians? Health Minister Nicholas Steele explained the reason some vaccines are not available, saying the Health Ministry is working to remedy the situation soon.
Addressing the availability of different COVID-19 vaccines, Health Minister Nicholas Steele says currently only the AstraZeneca vaccine is available because Grenada has not been granted access to some of the others that are on the international market.
Have consistently adhered to the policy that we will not use a vaccine that is not approved by the WHO. Of the vaccines that are approved by the WHO, and it is no secret, you see it in most of the international media, we have not been given access to many of them. The one widely used, the most used vaccine is the one that we have access to, which is the AstraZeneca vaccine. The Pfizer-BioNTech, we have not been able. As recently as yesterday, I had conversations with individuals from other countries, first world countries, requesting us to have access to, even to purchase. We're not looking for gifts. We would just like to be able to purchase some of those vaccines. And at the moment, we're not being given access to them.
Minister Steele says the Health Ministry is waiting on some of the other vaccines to get approval from the World Health Organization, with hopes that they are made available to them.
There are other vaccines that persons have had conversations on, and we have to wait on WHO to approve those vaccines. We have always said that the process is a very thorough process. It is not one that is rushed. It is one that has happened recently faster than traditionally, but it is a thorough process. So the other vaccines are Sovereign from Cuba, or Soberano, and also Sinopharm from China, and Sputnik from Russia are still in the process of getting their WHO approval. If and when they do get that, we do hope that we would have access to those vaccines and would make it available to members of the Grenadian public.
According to the World Health Organization, as of February 18, 2021, at least 7 different vaccines across 3 platforms had been rolled out in countries. At the same time, more than 200 additional vaccine candidates are in development, of which more than 60 are in clinical development. For GBN News, Beverly Tellisford.
This is News at 7. Coming up, Social Workers Association calls for independent investigation at the Mount Gay Psychiatric Unit. And more Grenadians encourage government to pay public officers their 4% salary increase. Stay with us.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here even when the future seems unclear, because one thing is certain: you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
This month, make it all about her with a gift from Courts. Shop today and enjoy up to 30% off selected rugs, accessories, and more. Get the most stylish appliances, home furnishings, and more. Plus, shop today with Ready Finance and we'll pay your first and last installment. You can also shop online at www.shopcourts.com for the same great savings. So make it all about her with something special from Courts. Courts, bringing value home.
This is your Grenlick, and our story is one of change and development. We understand the importance of electricity in propelling the economy and affording our customers a comfortable life. With investments in modern and efficient technology, our team and processes, we now provide a better customer experience all round. From the Burns Point Power Station, our first home, we have come a long way, but our mission is far from accomplished. We now strive to exceed your expectations. This is our Grenlick, and we are proud to serve you.
Rouge Duty Free presents the best of the best Mother's Day promotion ever for 2021. Visit Rouge Spiceland Mall or Port Louis Marina to take advantage of this crazy and exciting offer. Get your favorite fragrances for mom or yourself, quality skincare and beauty products, and top-of-the-line cosmetics. At Rouge Duty Free, we offer fragrances, skincare, and colors. Buy 2, you get 1 free, excluding Dior and Chanel. And on jewelry and watches, you buy 1, you get the other 1 free, excluding Mont Blanc. And don't forget your fuller summer handbag collection. You get a whopping 25% off. It's a Mother's Day sale, May 5th to the 8th. Visit Rouge Duty Free today at Spiceland Mall or Port Louis Marina. Give us a call on 440-0860 or 439-0861. Rouge Duty Free, the best way to say I love you on Mother's Day.
modern, exclusive residential community offered by Ariza. Purchase one of our completely built houses or let us build for you by simply choosing your lot, choosing your home design from our selection, and let us do the rest. Owning a home does not have to be a frustrating process. For more information, contact Ariza Credit Union on 415-0994 or send us an email on info@ridgewayresidences.gd. Ridgeway Residences, hassle-free home ownership.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. Plumbing fixtures, cutting and grinding discs, PVC glue, drywall screws, and power saw blades. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here, even when the future seems unclear. Because one thing is certain, you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Long-standing freelance journalist Stanley Charles was arrested and charged by detectives attached to the CID South St. George Police Station on Friday, April 30th, 2021, with the offense of fraudulent breach of trust. The 71-year-old resident of St. John Street, St. George, allegedly committed this violation against Grand Anse businessman Dorset Charles on April 21st, 2021. Stanley Charles was granted bail in the amount of $10,000 and will make his first court appearance on May 18th, 2021. The Grenada Association of Professional Social Workers is calling on health officials to address the issues of safety and protection of patients at the Mount Gay Psychiatric Unit. This is due to a serious allegation made by a patient earlier this year that raised many concerns in the public domain. Rena Pierre-Thomas tells us more.
According to the members of the Grenada Association of Professional Social Workers, their appeal for an investigation at the facility follows reports earlier this year of a female patient allegation of rape by 2 male members of staff at the psychiatric unit. The organization is not pleased that an email they claim was sent to the Minister of Health, Nicholas Steele, on February 19th and April 9th, 2021, for an independent inquiry into the allegation, along with the request of a meeting to address the matter, were not acknowledged. Anne Graves, vice president of the association, says to date the organization is yet to receive a response to the letters and is therefore stressing the importance of giving priority to safeguarding and protecting these vulnerable members of society. She believes that in the interest of transparency, there is a need for an independent inquiry, since previous issues of concerns that were dealt with internally may not have been handled appropriately.
We do know Mrs. Delma Thomas has spoken on the issue, and at one point the members of staff was went on holiday, and the issue was dealt with. What we don't know is how it was dealt with. We really are concerned about whether matters was dealt with appropriately. A letter was sent to Minister Steele requesting for an independent inquiry and basically saying that we were also expressing our concerns and saying that we were happy to be part of that inquiry.
Founder of GAPSW, Alva Lawrence, says the association is committed to advocating on behalf of vulnerable persons and now demands urgent attention and response so that the public can be confident that adequate and reliable care will be provided at the unit.
We are talking about human rights issue here, and that's why we are speaking on behalf of the voiceless. There need to be an investigation, which we don't know if that has happened because we have not received any response. But we are calling definitely for independent investigation to look into this matter because patients need to be protected at all times. This type of incident of rape should not be happening in an institution that's supposed to be protecting patients.
Lawrence and Greaves are also calling on the public, other stakeholders and service providers to support this call for a public and independent inquiry in the matters at Mongay Psychiatric Unit. When contacted for a response, Minister Steele told GBN he did not respond to the email as the line minister with responsibility for that facility, Mrs. Delma Thomas, responded instead. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear Thomas reporting.
May the 4th, 2021 was a day to honor and show appreciation to a group of individuals who play an important role in the lives of everyone, teachers. In recognition of National Teachers Day, the Ministry of Education released a statement expressing gratitude to Grenada's educators. More in this report.
Minister of Education, Honorable Emmeline Pear, in light of World Teacher Appreciation Day, issued a message expressing appreciation to all past and present teachers. In the statement, Minister Pear told teachers they are owed an enormous debt of gratitude for their contribution to the development of the world and the preservation of civilizations. She wrote, and I quote, "Your hand of inspiration rests on every professional, every skilled artisan, every shrewd businessman, and all whom we refer to as successes in our society. With the current tensions that exist between government and teachers, which has resulted in industrial action being taken by teachers and other public workers, the minister acknowledged that there are some issues over which exists disagreement, but said this in no way diminishes the value attached to teachers and the work they do within the education sector. She said government remains committed to amicably resolving every issue that presents itself as they collaborate with the Grenada Union of Teachers and other stakeholders. She urged teachers to see this time as a period for upscaling operations, retooling, and remaining current and on the cutting edge. She said it is also a period where educators can help each other to navigate these changing and difficult times. World Teacher Appreciation Day is observed on the Tuesday of the first full week in May and is described as a day for honoring teachers and recognizing the lasting contributions they make to our lives. Trelana Charles, GBN News.
The consensus by the panelists on Monday's Beyond the Headlines program is that public workers should be paid their 4% increase in salaries. The overall $13.2 million for 2020 was expected to be paid monthly, equating to just over $1.1 million. The panelists, who included economists, noted that the payment of the salary increase will contribute directly to Grenada's economy. We get the details in this report.
Why is government treating public sector workers as though they are second-class citizens? Montgomery Alexander posed the question during GBN's Beyond the Headlines program on Monday night, sharing similar sentiments with fellow panelist Ken Lewis that it makes economic sense to pay public servants their dues. It was a landslide against government, as even the third panelist, Lance Garway, agreed that the 4% increase in salaries should be paid, noting the severe lack of trust in government, who has found money to repurchase gunneck and repair streetlights.
So the question is, since you are talking about capital projects and allocation, what projects did you not proceed with and therefore use the money that you already had, 173 million, to pay for Grenlec? To me, if that question was answered truthfully and openly, people would be more amiable, people would be more understanding of what the government is doing.
The panelists believe that distrust has been a major stumbling block to the current impasse between government and the public sector unions. Alexander says the government has been elected to govern, thus is responsible to find the money, having full knowledge of their commitments. He adds that Grenlec's repurchase cannot be separated, and government has only increased the distrust by keeping secrets while refusing to come clean with the people.
It would be much easier if I'm the Prime Minister of Grenada to say to the people, I got the money from not doing the bridge in Lapo Tree, or I didn't do the bridge in La Sauce, and I used that money to pay Grenlec. Right now, I could show you the books because I'm an accountant. There is no money to pay you. If you want to come and see it and have your own people to go through the books, you check it out, okay? I can't pay you. But based upon the revenues I'm projecting, by December, I should be able to pay your money.
Lewis highlighted Grenada's main resources as the people, and as such, he says there must be confidence and cooperation between government and the people to improve as a country.
Government, it has to be, in a poor country as ours, about inspiring people. Inspiration is one of the, you can't go and lift productivity as a government, but you could put systems in place, you could encourage people, you could show people things to do. But in order to do that, you must have people's confidence. And over, this government is showing that it has little confidence in the Grenadian people. And that is a very worrying sign. They're constantly, I don't know if I could use that word on radio, but screwing at the little man. And I think that's a real problem for confidence in the country.
I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Now we turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Trelana Charles has been looking around the platforms.
This is Social Buzz, where we shine a light on the thoughts and concerns of our online audience. During Tuesday's post-cabinet briefing, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles said the reluctance Grenadians have to take the COVID-19 vaccine could be a recipe for disaster.
We are seeing persons who are defiant and resistant to being vaccinated. And we are also now seeing persons that are defiant and are resistant to being tested after a potential exposure to COVID.
Our online audience shared their opinions on the CMO's statement. Leah commented, "So much for voluntary. Let people make their own choice without the constant pressure." Carla added, "It is not that we are anti-vaccine, we are anti-Oxford AstraZeneca." Lorian wrote, "Persons should be educated about it rather than feel threatened. A lot of persons are unsure about taking it because of many risks, but coming across to them in this way wouldn't make it better." Davis commented, "India made the vaccine. Why don't they give it to their own people to save them? You need to take the vaccine home with you and give it to yourself and all your family. Don't come and force people to take it. When they find the cure for cancer, AIDS, and wickedness in high places, I'll take that vaccine." Another individual commented, "The problem is Steele's health regime is so blinkered, they cannot see what is happening on their doorstep and why. The main problem is the AstraZeneca drug. It is not safe and people are rejecting it. Not just in Grenada, but even in St. Vincent, who have just bought a better drug, Sputnik V. Start listening to the people." And Dawn commented, human beings tend to want to save themselves more when they feel or can see that their lives are in immediate danger. Grenadians are feeling relaxed about the virus because we have not had a big community spread, and that means that they are not thinking critically about the wider implications. However, perhaps if there is another alternative to the AstraZeneca, those who are reluctant, worried, or afraid might be more willing to take it. Can't speak for those who are just afraid of injections. That's it for tonight's Social Buzz. If you would like to have your thoughts and concerns shared, be sure to comment on GBN's Facebook page.
From the thought process to the visual impact, it's time to take a peek through the GBN EyeSaw lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN EyeSaw is brought to you by ClearVision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. ClearVision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ClearVision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Tonight in our GBN EyeSaw, our citizen journalist sent us this pineapple, which decorated itself with 14 new suckers. The pineapple plant flowers only once and produces one pineapple. Then it dies. But before it dies, it also produces offspring. Suckers or pups are little plantlets that grow between the leaves of the mature pineapple. Some varieties will produce more suckers than others. Some will start earlier and others later. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Ooh, pineapple is one of my favorite fruits. Still ahead, Republic Financial Holdings records $102.9 million in half-year profits, and Grenada's Prime Minister appointed to chair of the UE Review Committee, or UWI. This is News at 7.
A message from Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority on the occasion of the International Composting Awareness Week.
Hi, I'm Romeo Felix. At St. George's Methodist School, composting is a big deal. The students are always excited when it is composting day. We place organic waste in the composter or in a special area on the school compound. We later use the compost in the school garden. Yes, we have won many prizes for composting, but most of all, we have learned the valuable lessons of reusing, reducing, and recycling. Composting is the way to go. Happy International Composting Week.
A message from Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority on the occasion of the International Composting Awareness Week.
Introducing Color by Sissons. 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 Color by Sissons.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 for 18-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Sunday, May 16th, it's the Deal or No Deal edition with a whopping US $10,000 up for grabs. Listen carefully. For 1 week only, you can purchase a ticket for only $5 US. Whoa, that's a big deal. Wow. But wait, after the week is over, tickets are $10 US. That's no deal. So, are you going to take the deal? Remember, if you're playing in Grenada, tickets are available at gotofed.com and from numerous box offices island-wide or from our main office on Brew Street Mall. If you're overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. Why? Waggity, this one sell off! Cause Sunday, May 16th, it's all about Waggity Virtual Bingo, the Deal or No Deal edition.
I'm gonna take the deal.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, Daisy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Your hard work, talent, and creativity, plus Flow, equals more ways to chase your dreams. Flow is connecting all of Grenada, from Point Salines to Hillsborough, with the most reliable connection on the island. So now everyone can work, study, and keep moving forward together. Visit discoverflow.co for more information.
Republic Bank Financial Holdings recorded an increase of $21.6 million for the first half of the year for the half year as compared to the same period last year. The bank boasts $102.9 million in half year profits. More in this report.
The chairman of Republic Financial Holdings Limited, RFHL, Vincent Pereira, announced on Wednesday a profit owing to its equity holders of US $102.9 million for the half year ended March 31st, 2021. This represents an increase of US $21.6 million or 26.5% over the US $81.3 million reported in the corresponding period of the last financial year. According to an official release from the institution, the results reflect the positive impact of the group's acquisition of the British Virgin Islands operations in June 2020 and the stabilization of the credit portfolio, resulting in lower provisions for loan losses. The positive developments were partially offset by a reduction in net interest margins, fees, and commission income across the group. Lower interest rates, fees, and commissions were a result of the group's decision to maintain concessions granted to its customers at at the start of the pandemic. In announcing the results, Mr. Pereira said total assets stood at US $16 billion at March 31st, 2021, an increase of US $1.3 billion or 8.8% over the total assets at March 2020. This increase was mainly due to the BVI acquisition and the growth in customer deposits across most subsidiaries. The chairman added that while there continues to be uncertainty over the direction and duration of the COVID-19 pandemic, they are confident that the group is well positioned to continue to generate positive results while supporting the recovery efforts of the economies in which it operates. For GBN News, Beverly Tellisford.
Prime Minister of Grenada, Dr. Keith Mitchell, will lead a team of technical experts to review the academic and administrative operations of the University of the West Indies following its 2020 strategic planning exercise. The review aims to maintain the university's standard as a regional enterprise with 5 campuses while demonstrating its efficiency. The recommendation of Prime Minister Mitchell to chair the special committee of the University Grants Committee, UGC, was made by Vice Chancellor Professor Sir Hilary Beckles. To the chairman of the UGC, Finance Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Combe Imbert, who gave his endorsement. The 6-member review committee, which is expected to submit a report containing recommendations to the UGC for approval and implementation, comprises leaders in Caribbean development and government representatives. Prime Minister Mitchell is a celebrated UWI graduate and former professor of mathematics. Stay with us. Weather and sports up next.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Hills and Valley Pharmacy offers both wholesale and retail pharmaceutical and over-the-counter products. We have the most competitive and affordable prices. We are the agents for Vic Plus multivitamin for healthy everyday lifestyle and Sanatogen powder. Hills and Valley Pharmacy supplies the best quality, name brand clinical products such as Rescue Oil, Bio Oil, Neutrogena, Aveeno, and Clarisil. We offer the most convenient opening hours. Our telephone numbers are 435-6904 or 6903. Remember, at Hills and Valley Pharmacy, your health is our business. We care.
Now open, Hills and Valley Medicare Center, your one-stop for medical supplies, massage therapy, physiotherapy, and an in-house physician. At Hills and Valley, your health is our business. Shopped at Wonderland, then Neverland. But we're all grown up now and no longer believe in fairy tales. So now we just shop at Shoes R Us. At Shoes R Us, we stock the latest in shoes, tops, and jeans for the fashion-conscious lady. We also carry colognes and much, much more. And for the modern trendy male, we have the latest brand name shoes and sneakers, Converse, Reebok, Nike, K-Swiss, Puma, and much more. So check us out at our 2 convenient locations, Melville Street in St. George and Ben Jones Street in Granville. At Shoes R Us, we say, come shop with us.
Keeping an eye on the weather. This is GBN. We've got you covered.
Let's look at the weather. Tonight's minimum temperature 25 degrees Celsius. Generally fair, becoming partly cloudy at times with few brief early morning showers possible. That's the weather forecast for tonight. Winds expected to be east-northeasterly to easterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas moderate, waves up to 6 feet in open waters. Tides are high at 10:45 p.m. and low at 4:30 a.m. On Thursday morning, the sun will rise at 5:47 and sunset is at 6:22. Partly cloudy with few brief to widely scattered showers is what the weather's looking like so far. And on Friday, partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy with few brief to widely scattered showers. Final day of the week, Saturday, partly cloudy to overcast and breezy with some brief to scattered showers. That's it for your weather forecast right here on GBN News.
Sporting fans, I'm Trelana Charles. Paradise FC got the better of SAFL in a battle of the Eastern Giants in the Sandals National Under-15 Boys Tournament. The two clubs got off to explosive starts at the beginning of the tournament. However, it was Paradise FC which emerged victorious on Monday. Paradise FC scored 4 goals while SAFL could only respond with 1 goal. In the next scheduled match, St. David's FC was awarded the points as Bellevue Rangers failed to show. Cricket West Indies has confirmed the international retainer contracts for the West Indies men's team for the 2021 to 2022 season. A total of 18 players were offered contracts for the upcoming season, which runs from July 1st, 2021 to June 30th, 2022. For the first time, Nkrumah Bonner, Joshua Da Silva, Akil Hosen, and Kyle Myers have been awarded international retainer contracts, while newly appointed Test Captain Craig Brathwaite and Darren Bravo receive international contracts for red ball and white ball cricket, respectively. Jason Holder is the only player to retain his all-format contract due to his strong Test and T20 performances during the evaluation period. Meanwhile, the Premier League has confirmed away fans will not be allowed to attend fixtures staged in the final 2 rungs of the 2020 to 2021 season, with a further relaxing of COVID-19 restrictions scheduled in the United Kingdom on May 17th. Up to 10,000 supporters will be allowed inside the grounds to watch the games again. The penultimate set of top-flight fixtures had been pushed back to midweek dates as a result, thereby making sure all clubs have one home outing under the new guidelines. However, visiting fans will not be permitted inside the stadiums, a decision taken to make sure there is consistency across the board for all 20 teams. That's it for sports. Up next, Around the Globe. 5 more deaths have been reported as protests against President Ivan Duque's government continue. Anger over tax hikes has now turned into a wider movement against the president's performance. The United Nations and the European Union are raising concerns about the heavy-handed tactics of security forces. More than 20 people have died and dozens more have been reported missing. We get the details in this Al Jazeera report.
Another terrifying night in Colombia's third largest city, Cali. Videos shot by residents of two working-class neighborhoods apparently show the police shooting indiscriminately against protesters. The morning after, the scenes of destruction were unmistakable. The mayor said at least 5 people were killed and 33 injured.
We condemn in an absolute way any expression of violence, any expression that puts the life, integrity and property of the men and women of this territory at risk.
The western city of Cali has become the epicenter of the ongoing protests against the social and economic policies of President Ivan Duque. On Tuesday, the United Nations and the European Union condemned the excessive use of force on part of Colombia's security forces to try and contain the unrest.
We are deeply alarmed at developments in the city of Cali in Colombia, where police opened fire overnight on demonstrations protesting against tax reforms, reportedly killing and injuring a number of people. We express our profound shock at the events there and stress our solidarity with those who have lost their lives, as well as the injured and their families.
The White House also issued a statement urging the utmost restraint by public forces and asking the government to investigate any human rights violation. But Colombia's defense minister responded saying Colombia's forces respect human rights and blamed criminal gangs for the violence.
Our national police, our army and our navy act in strict compliance with the law. These vandals that we have already denounced act systematically, deliberately and are financed by criminal organizations, and they have the objective of destabilizing certain regions. Every day they change their objectives. Yesterday the objective was the police, orders to shoot our police officers.
Despite the violence, the demonstrations will continue. What started as a protest against tax hikes has billowed to a nationwide cry against inequalities and now police brutalities. Major unions have called for another nationwide day of demonstrations on Wednesday, while cities like Cali are bracing for what could be another night of terror. Alessandro Rampietti, Al Jazeera, Bogotá.
More and more people are facing acute food insecurity. A new UN report says at least 150 million people in 55 countries are at risk of hunger. War and conflict are the main contributing factors, but economic shocks exacerbated by the pandemic and climate change are also major causes. Yemen, South Sudan, and parts of Burkina Faso and northern Nigeria are said to be at or approaching catastrophic levels of food insecurity. Al Jazeera's Mohamed Ador reports.
Adenglo Pronget is a survivor of the war that's ravaged South Sudan for years. Displaced many times during the conflict, she now lives with her husband and 4 members of their extended family in an informal settlement in Bibor town in the volatile Jonglei region. They receive some food from charities and supplement that with vegetables from a small garden they tend near their makeshift shelter.
Our enemies are always attacking us. We have really suffered a lot. We're always on the run. They kidnap our people, mostly women and children. Now our area is empty. We lost our food during the floods. Now we face hunger. I hope this war stops and we are able to go back to normal life.
But hunger is a global problem and it's growing every year. A new report on food security provides grim reading. 150 million people in 55 countries are in crisis, say the authors, the UN's World Food Programme and the Food and Agriculture Organization. That's an increase of around 20 million people from 2019. 133,000 people in Burkina Faso, South Sudan and Yemen are also facing a catastrophe and need urgent action to prevent widespread death and total collapse of livelihoods. Thousands of people are also dying of hunger in Yemen, South Sudan and northern Nigeria, the countries highlighted by the report as the worst affected. To avert famine and to meet urgent food needs, the World Food Programme says $5.5 billion will be required this year. COVID-19 has also shown the ever-widening gap between the rich and the poor, and how the most economically vulnerable households are those that will be the hardest hit in the food chain.
We are going to pray about the war in the country, the hunger in the country. The food crisis is getting worse. We pray to God to bring these to an end.
And then we have climate change. In sub-Saharan Africa, where most of the world's food insecure live, the situation is only getting worse, punishing countries that did little to cause the problem. Here, they don't speculate about the crisis. They're suffering because of it. Once proud farmers and herders have now been reduced to depending on foreign aid. Mohammed Ado, Al Jazeera.
That's it for tonight's Probe Around the Globe. Stay with us for a recap of tonight's top stories.
Let's recap the headlines. Grenadians encouraged to take the COVID-19 vaccine before it expires next month, as Health Minister calls on leaders to become messengers for vaccination. Social Workers Association calls for independent investigation at the Mount Gay Psychiatric Unit. More Grenadians encourage government to pay public officers their 4% salary increase. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell says another stimulus package is possible. Tonight's analyst was regional economist Dr. Patrick Antwine, speaking about the benefits of the stimulus at this time and where the focus should be. In Around the Globe, tax hike protest in Colombia marred by violence and deaths. In sports, Paradise FC emerged victorious against its closest rivals in the Sandals under 15 boys tournament, and several West Indies players not given international retainer contracts. If you missed any parts of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or check out our Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Chrislyn Lashington. That's the news. We'll see you again. Good night.